Hello, everyone. My name is Ebony Pullman, and I'm here with Laura. Thank you so much, Laura, for meeting with me and just giving me feedback about how your interaction has been with us. So I just have a couple questions. So
Okay.
what first brought you to Wellness Redefined?
Hmm. So I had been gluten-free for probably 15 years and eventually dairy-free and then nut-free and other foods. And I was getting desperate because my diet was just diminishing and I wasn't feeling well. I was stressed and I had looked up functional medicine doctors in the Oklahoma City area, and I felt drawn to you. And you did the little free 15-minute appointment with me, and I felt like we really clicked.
I love that so much. Um, and what did you do? I heard you say you did like changes in your nutrition. Did you see any like specialists or doctors for your concerns before coming to us?
I had seen a naturopath off and on every few years, just once or twice, and I would see kind of some minor improvements, but there was nothing that was lasting. We didn't do a bunch of blood work or stool samples or anything like that. And so it just wasn't as in depth. And so I don't think I was getting the specific help that I needed.
Okay. Awesome. And can you share some of your results working with us? Like what were your biggest takeaways or the some things that anything you want to share, no matter how big or small?
Okay. So, yes, my life has completely changed. I've been able to add a lot of foods back into my diet, including dairy, which I am so happy about. And I feel healthier. I have more energy. Um, my allergies are better. Speaking of allergies, significantly better, actually. Um, and so I think probably the biggest things that I took away, I thought I was getting plenty of protein, water, all of that, and it turns out I wasn't. So just some basic nutritional advice was helpful for me. And there were several other things. Obviously, the supplements helped significantly, um, but it making me incorporate something into daily life that were good for me, the supplements, cutting out certain foods, exercising, getting enough sunlight, those kinds of things, I think have helped significantly. Castor oil packs, those kinds of things were very beneficial for me.
Awesome. And where do you think your health would be now if you didn't take action with us when you did a year ago? So exciting to work with you for a whole year. It's awesome.
It has been exciting and it's flown by. Um, I I'm guessing I would be worse off because I started off gluten free and then I was still having reactions, so became dairy free. Was still having reactions, so became nut free. I think it would have just continued down that path of my diet getting smaller and smaller and smaller until I wouldn't have been able to eat
Yeah,
anything without some kind of reaction.
right. And that's when a lot of people do come to us when they just feel better not eating, right? And that's not the best way to lose weight, honestly. And
Right,
so um
right.
it's really takes away from your nutrients and your bone health and all the essential functions that you need. So I'm grateful that you took action when you did and you brought in your family. And so I'm so happy to have been able to serve your whole family or most of your family in this
It's
way.
been huge. Yeah, it's been huge. One other thing that I forgot to mention, I don't know if I can go back and add this now.
Okay.
Um, one of the biggest things that's helped me is also my thyroid. By decreasing my inflammation, that has significantly improved my thyroid health. And I just tested recently and no longer have Hashimoto's. And so I am so excited about that and able to decrease my thyroid medication, getting my levels back into a normal range. So that has been obviously huge for my health also.
Yes. And one thing I will say is autoimmunity, we don't ever get rid of it. We do manage it, right? So you've already made those immune cells. However, you don't have to be triggering them as often. And
Right.
better management of it. So I'm so happy that we were able to do that together and you've gotten education as far as how to have that well controlled and move forward in that. So I'm so grateful for you. Last question
Thank you.
is what would you say to someone that's on the fence with working with us? Like, what would you have wanted someone to say to you if you didn't know for sure if you wanted to work with us or not?
Mm. Oh, this is kind of a pun. Follow your gut.
Yeah.
Um, but I'll admit, because my family and I all joined with you, this has been a huge investment financially, as well as our time, and putting in the work that needed to be done. But when you're desperate, you're willing to do that. Um, it has been so it has been so worth the money because I have my health back.
Yeah.
If you had told me you can spend, whatever amount of money and in a year you'll be better, I would have no doubt done it. You're not going to know unless you try. And it has significantly helped me and my family all to restore our health. And that's worth a lot more money than, than anything that we've done over the past year. So that has been huge to get your health back. It's worth the short-term financial investment.
Yeah. I will say, like, my mentor always says, like, we want to save you money, but it's not going to save you money. It's going to actually cost you more because you're going to live longer, right? When you live longer, you're going to have to spend more money because you just live. So it's not about the money, but it's about the quality of life. And I was
Yes.
talking about how um, our gut, we don't realize, and a lot of us don't realize as healthcare professionals or just people in general, like how our gut impacts our quality of life. And if it's not optimized because it works on every single system, it impacts our immunity, it impacts our mental health, it impacts our hormones and hot flashes and all of that. So I've been so grateful to have worked with you and your family, and I'm just so honored that you were led to me and the Holy Spirit confirmed that. So thank you so much. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
Yeah, I just had another thought. Because of what I've learned from you, I also feel like I'm educating my um, general practitioner.
Yeah.
Um, and I think I'm making an impact, and he has been more open-minded to some things. And so I think that through the process with you, we're also educating regular doctors, whatever you want to call them.
Western
Uh,
medicine.
yeah. In that way too. And so I think that's important. It's just a slow change, but it's got to start somewhere.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that we're going to impact you and me both are impacting patients we will never meet. So,
Right.
yeah,
Right. And we have so appreciated. We feel like we're friends, and we're going to be sad to be at the end of our journey, but we plan to keep in touch.
absolutely. And we'll definitely have other opportunities to work together, I'm sure. So, thank you so
Yep.
much for
Mhm.
taking the time to chat with me today. And I just truly appreciate it. You're awesome.
So are you.
Oh, also, our interactions have been so fun. We like laugh every time.
Yes.
So it's not a boring visit, right? We actually spend
Oh my goodness. No, no.
a good quality amount of time, more than you would at a typical doctor's office. Just really getting to
Oh,
know you
definitely.
and then um, connect with you, really.
Yeah. 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 I feel like we're friends at this point.
Yeah. Which we can be for sure on Facebook. If you want to add me, for sure.
Okay.
All right, Laura. Well, I'm gonna end the recording, but thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Ebony.